Post-release downloadable content in Mass Effect is definitely something that's very important to BioWare, and it's true on all of our products. But Mass Effect is just like I said earlier, it's this big toy box. It's like this enormous galaxy with millions of stars and planets to explore, and we can select out the interesting ones and develop them out and continue the storyline as we did with the Batarian race and Bring Down the Sky. So I think from a franchise perspective, it's going to help to fill in the gaps in understanding and continue certain plot lines and develop out certain types of gameplay. And really we'll try and customize it and build different types of post-release downloadable content to suit different play patterns, suit different types of players. And in the end, it's all about making a great, fun experience for our audience.
Through the first story and things like Bring Down the Sky, we want to make sure that there's always content out there for them to be able to play through, so that it kind of leads into Mass Effect 2. And in particular, we kind of have some exciting things that we want to do in terms of the story and how the story through downloadable content is going to set up the sequel.
Things we're working on right now for the Mass Effect universe next is we had something in Mass Effect 1 that again we weren't able to pull off just because we didn't have the time, and we didn't think we'd be able to do it well enough, which was a fight club or an arena. So we're actually working on that for our next downloadable content piece, and we're hoping it'll be really special.
So we wanted to be able to give people much more combat-oriented, a little bit lighter story kind of experience. You're going to go to kind of a casino gaming fight club space station. Any save game that you make for Mass Effect 1, you should be able to carry that same character into Mass Effect 2. So if you do the fight club and you make your save, you finish Mass Effect 1, you'll be able to take that save game and create a character so that you can continue that experience into Mass Effect 2. So in the second game, you're actually going to go through a darker period where you're really looking for answers. It's a lot harder to find what the realities are, and there are a lot of twists and turns, and it's generally a much darker experience.
Well, I think what we want to do with Mass Effect is look at universal themes, themes that apply to somebody, in the future, in the past, in our present, contemporary themes. So, as we've explored in Mass Effect 1, we had things like, love, loss, consequences, choice. Does the end justify their means? Morality in a general sense like that. We're obviously going to continue with those kinds of themes. We are going to continue to push forward on other themes like, technology. What does it mean to be alive? How does synthetic life or artificial intelligence compare to true life or organic life? How do you cross those boundaries? Can you cross those boundaries? Should we cross those boundaries? We really want to sort of push into that direction. Things that, people are already starting to think about and imagine in our world, and we just want to take those kernels of exploration and push them forward, extrapolate them into our vision of what may come down the road. We've been very conscious of the ability of players to make choices, and we understand that if those choices don't have consequences that carry on through the trilogy, there was no point in making them. Now that obviously has painted us into a difficult position because we have multiple threads, multiple endings, certain characters may or may not be alive. It's created extra work for us, but we felt it was necessary to really capture what we were going for with Mass Effect. So the short answer of how we're going to deal with all those decisions in Mass Effect 2 and going forward is that we're creating alternate versions of all sorts of scenarios. We're almost creating, I hate to say 2 full games, but we are definitely creating more content than what a person will see on one playthrough. If you play through the game with a save game from the first Mass Effect, and then you make another save game where you had made different choices and play through again, or you talk to a friend who's played and they had made different choices in Mass Effect 1, there will be significant differences that you'll just say, wow, how did that happen? That guy was dead in my game. And they'll say, well, no, he's not dead in my game, and boy, he sure had an impact.
You're going to see Captain Anderson again. You're going to see Udina again. A lot of the main characters that were a big part of the story in Mass Effect 1. And that's a lot of the fun of an ongoing story, is that these characters, it's a character story. So you'll see these characters throughout the trilogy as long as they don't die because of you.